Hello, we are right in front of our brand new iron shop right here, and we are with Exeter, which has built this system for me. And yeah, Exeter is gonna show us around in this brand new system.
Yep. First my payment, of course,
Yeah, he's
because
part of it.
I've proved that it's working, but you guys haven't seen it yet, so okay. You
Yeah,
ready?
it's pretty cool. I don't really have any iron to stock it with yet, so we'll just use like dirt or something.
Yeah, he has to pay me first. It's yeah. But anyway, so we go down this trap door. Ta-da! I kind of cleared out the whole area here. First, I dug like a big hole in the ground, which
Right.
Liquid had to cover up. So
Yeah,
that was kind of fun. Made it easier
it
for
looks
doing
quite
redstone.
clean, I must say.
Yeah, it was. It was like a little square that I just dug into the ground. But where to start? Where to start? Well, I guess we'll start from the beginning, of course.
Yeah.
So up there, you can't really see it because it's blocked off by stuff. But right there is the chest. Oh, sorry. um, in like that middle slab there is where the chest is. Like right next to the hopper, and that's where we put in items and also receive items. So like if someone wants to pay, for example, they'll pay with either one gold block or one diamond for 32 iron ingots. So they just put however many iron ingots they want. Like, if they want 64 iron ingots, they'll put in two diamonds or two gold blocks or one gold block and one diamond. And whatever payment they go in there is processed inside this machine. And what this machine does is it reads either if it's diamonds or if it's gold. And based on that assumption or just based on that judgment, it sends out a signal. So if it is diamond or if it is gold, it'll read how many of them there are. And then for every individual item, it will send out a pulse. And for that pulse, it will activate this timer over here. And what this timer does is it'll like tells the droppers over there how many blocks of iron to send up. So
Right.
inside the timer here, it will have 32 items go through it. So 32 ticks. And I say 32 even though there's 16 here because it goes back and then forth. So it goes through twice. So 16 times 2 is, 32. But for some reason, when I was measuring this, it only like activates the droppers or hoppers or whatever you want to call them 31 times. So I had to add this extra tick here. So it was actually activated 32 times. So that was kind of strange, but just another quirk in the machine. And then
Minecraft redstone logic there.
yeah, and then you can see the signal come over here, and this is where he'll store the iron after, he has enough. How's the production going anyway?
Well, pretty good. I've just produced these 32 iron blocks I got you. And
Yeah.
well, I don't really have anything else at the moment, but I'll just be FK for a bit overnight and then we'll all be good.
How long do you think it takes for like, just to get a block of iron or whatever?
One block is about I don't know, like 10 15 minutes.
It's still kind of long, wow.
Relatively long, yeah, but it's free. You don't really have to do anything for it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It's at my base. It's yeah, loaded quite a lot, quite a long
Yeah,
time.
well, yeah, for this design, like it looks really complicated. That was just because there were some issues that I came into, where items would kind of stack up into each other when you put one in, because we want to read one item at a time. So if someone decides to be really cheeky and put in like 16 gold blocks at one time instead of just like one individually, then we're going to have to be able to separate that one gold block from the other like 15 gold blocks. So that was one issue I had to kind of fix, and that was probably the hardest thing for this whole design. Now, since we can't really assume that people are going to pay with using one item, I kind of had to transfer that into the payment. So if this one's activated, the other one gets locked, and if this one's activated, this one gets locked. So it's pretty interesting how it all works. It just was a lot of time that went into it because the initial design, like how it kind of like would look and what it was supposed to do, made sense at the beginning. So when I spent time in a creative world kind of building this, it made sense what I had to do, but it was like these little intangibles that you can't really count for until you get the final product based on the space or stuff like that that you
Yeah.
really couldn't really factor in. Because like in a single player world, Redstone works a little bit differently than a multiplayer world just because of lag compensation and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. It'll always have some more delay to it.
Exactly. So, yeah, this was the little build. I hope you guys enjoyed. Liquid, did you enjoy watching me do this? Because I know you're like creeping above me a little bit while I did this.
Yeah, I like watching you build my little system. I actually got some time lapses of that doing that as well, but not sure where to put that right now. Yeah, I think it's been fun.
Yep. So, thank you for the payment so
Yeah, and
far.
thank you for building this awesome system.
You're welcome.
I will definitely use it a lot. Yeah,
Okay, see ya.
yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't really hoping for rain, but we were going to have to deal with what we got. So, last thing we did is I was paid pretty much, and I showed off the whole design and everything to you guys and to Liquid's viewers, but pretty much we're here at spawn because I've done that already. Ooh, what's this? Top donators. Ah, I see. Okay, that makes sense. But I showed you guys all the like processors or like just the system itself, and now I would like to show you guys some other designs I made. But first, let's just go down, make sure no one's messed with it. He should have stocked the iron, so it's fully working now. I added in a button. I don't think I showed that off, so in case I didn't, I might have. This button is like kind of a restart mechanism in case it gets stuck, so this will just restart the whole machine. But yeah, so everything's working out well. As long as he puts iron in it, it should be working, as long as it's stocked. But yeah, so you can see deposit 1 gold block and receive 20 iron ingots. He changed the pricing, which is fine. He passed it by me. It's not really like it's my decision. It's his machine. I just built it for him. But anyway, so now what we're going to do is, I like how there's a pickup there. We are going to look at, oh, someone did that for me. So nice. I didn't have any myself. I was waiting until I got a Silk Touch book. But, well, that's nice of someone for putting the cobwebs up there for me. But anyway, so what we're going to do is check out another thing I built for someone else, this time for John, and he was the top donator over there. I made it was the 32 gold blocks, which is a lot, but I made a spawner for him. But it wasn't really that I made the spawner, it was more that I designed the room that it's in, and I also made a system so it's easy to use. So people could just hit a button, throw a potion, and that's it. But if you guys know how to make those what's it called, crushers, I guess, for mobs and stuff like that, good for you. But whenever I looked up systems, I couldn't figure it out. Like, I couldn't find a way that was already made by someone else. So I just went and designed my own a while ago. So I haven't really shown that off. So here I am. I'm going to show off the design I came up with. Now, the design I came up with actually works pretty well. What's this? 2 gold ingots or 5 iron ingots or a splash healing potion. That's why, because you need a splash healing potion to use the machine. And I might have filled it up. Yeah, it's still in use. So it works pretty well. No one seems to be AFK. So what happens here is lava here. Oh my god, I guess I'm going to have to add something else. I'll charge him for it because he wants to have a lava thing now. But pretty much the whole plan is that this switch, when it's lit like this, the whole room inside there, the spawners over there, gets lit up. Then when it gets lit up, no mobs are spawning, or no mobs spawn, which means that nothing's going to come here or lag the server if anyone's in the area and just wants to like mess with the chests or grab some resources or anything like that. So there shouldn't be any issues with that. But when they do want to use it, they hit the switch, they go around the corner here, up these stairs. This is the enchanting table and stuff. See, it's not like totally finished, but he said he would deal with the rest, so I'm not going to do that. So you go over here, and then you just sit here and you AFK, which isn't a bad idea. It works well here because I found when you're up here and you're really close to the spawner, it works better than when you're further away. I don't understand that when mobs should still be spawning, but I don't know. So that's just the way it is. But anyway, I get to use it for free since I did make it, which is nice. And here are bones, which are running out because people are using all of them. You can see there's more in here. I actually am going to grab my fair share. And here are arrows, which no one grabs because no one needs any of them. We might have to add another chest for that. And here's some armor that they drop. Every once in a while they drop something that's iron or, something like this, which isn't actually that bad. Then there are bows, which I actually like. I just grab the best bows I see in here, and then I just spend my levels like this thing, for example. I made off that. Oh, and if you're wondering about the liver skeleton, on the way to through the Nether, like from my house to spawn, when I did that little whole tree thing, yeah, I had to kill some withers. I almost died actually because there was a ghast. The pigmen were aggro for some reason, but here looks really nice and works nice. That's kind of weird. Rated 8 out of 8, Mr. Link. I don't see what that 8 is for, but thank you. Yeah, he did that a while ago when he first used it. But yeah, so the whole system works pretty well. Do you guys want to check out the redstone? Of course you do. So let's go behind this wall. Right here. I like breaking here instead of where the button is, in case I ever mess anything up. There we go. So the redstone is actually very similar to the redstone I used on the, what's it called? The iron farm, I guess, or the iron shop, because it's the exact same design, and I copied it from here. I built it here first, and then I made the iron shop. So this whole design, this is my kind of crusher system. It works really well. I came up with it myself. It took a while because I went piece by piece with this. I was like, okay, so I know I have to have a hopper timer. So I made that, and then I tried figuring out ways to lock the hopper timer and then make it so there was only like, it's a button being used, but I wanted to make sure that it was activated for a long enough time that this wouldn't become an issue. And then once this turned on again, like once all the items left this, then the torch would turn back on. So I had to find a way for all these signals to overlap and stuff, which I found here. So pretty much you hit this button, 2 torches turn off. This one turns off and this one turns off. In this turning off, a signal is no longer sent through here. And in this turning off, then these 2 torches turn on. And this torch turning on activates this redstone torch. So there's a slight pulse. There's a slight delay for this one. But of course, that's kind of expected. Then when this torch turns on, it activates this line of redstone, which turns off this torch, allowing the 10 items in here to flow through. Now, each one of these, I think, is 2.5 seconds. I'm not totally sure. But each piece of redstone here determines a tick, or 2 ticks, I think. Yeah, each item in here determines 2 ticks, and those ticks hurt the mobs that are in the machine. So that takes away from all the hearts that are in the skeletons from there, or almost all of them. So you could punch them twice, or I can make it so it's once, but I don't want to. So you could punch them twice, or you could just throw a splash healing potion, which is why it's over there. But yeah, so this torch turns off, and then once there's items in here, because of the signals going around and stuff, this torch will stay lit. And this whole thing will stay off, so this torch won't turn back on, sorry, until there's no more items in here anymore, which means that they're going to have to pass through twice. And then a signal gets sent out to here, and as long as that signal is being sent, then these pistons are going to be activated, which is a pretty nice system. I like it. I like the way it works. Then in here, these are droppers. They aren't dispensers. If they were dispensers, that would be kind of silly. So these droppers, you just hit the button and it gives you a potion. There you go. And then you just throw the potion on the mobs after they're crushed. It's pretty simple. Haven't really made a video about it yet. This is my first time, so I'm kind of happy. A lot of quartz went into this, that's for sure. You guys can see. I did not do that glass, by the way. But yeah, so I hope you guys like it. This chest is still here for, I don't want to move all this stuff and whatever. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If so, hit the like button down below and subscribe for more content. He put this in, John put this in because he felt like it would be necessary, and I agree with him. Some things you just want to throw away. But anyway, so thank you for watching. My name is Exeter. I hope you guys have enjoyed the long video, the longest so far, I think. But anyway, thank you for watching. Peace out, and goodbye. Oh, god damn it.